Hello and welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It is Monday the 4th of November 2013 and I have a very interesting verse from the Bible in front of me. And this makes me really encouraged because it makes me realize that I don't do this because I do it because, I think it's just, it's, especially in our time, convenient. That's just a plus, but it's important to know it really goes on and not just believe whatever you're told. And here we go, Ezekiel 33:6. But if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. That's pretty crazy. That gives me chills. But anyways, I got an article in front of me here from WND, and it is called "Did TSA Know LAX Attack Coming? Agents Trained for Shooting at Checkpoint Taught to Save Themselves." This is by Drew Zahn. See, I'm not aware of this. I just saw this article and thought I'd read it, but I'm not I'm not closed-minded to scientific dictatorships and eugenics and all that stuff. I've looked into it and it's pretty crazy. Back in January, an oddly prescient investigative report revealed that should a shooting occur at one of the nation's airports, such as happened in Los Angeles Friday, Transportation Security Administration screeners were being trained to first save themselves. Writing in the Washington Times, Alan Jones reported a veteran TSA agent disclosed he had recently undergone agency training during which TSA personnel were confronted with a checkpoint shooting. The training reportedly changed the agent's workday habits. Every day when I arrived for work, I look for an escape route in case someone opens fire, said the TSA worker. We have been told to save ourselves. That's kind of a joke, right? They wear badges and all that, don't they? I don't know. I've never really seen a TSA agent, besides in a video. I don't think they all wear badges, but I think I've seen some with them. Well, it wasn't clear at the time whether the training for a potential gunman attack was nationwide or specific to the agent's airport. The nightmare scenario played out Friday at Los Angeles International Airport's Terminal 3, where just about after 9:20 a.m. local time, a man reportedly carrying a rifle opened fire. TSA spokesman Nico Melendez told NBC News the shooting happened at a screening station where flyers show their IDs and boarding passes. Wow. KCAL TV in Los Angeles reports the gunman came in targeting TSA agents. The station also reports one agent was killed by the gunman, while as many as 6 others were wounded. Passenger Robert Perez told the station that TSA agents immediately fled the scene and raced through the terminal, yelling that a man had a gun. Wow, what is that all about? Multiple sources report the suspect, described to KNX radio by airline passenger Rodrigo Jara as a white male with dirty blonde hair, had been apprehended by authorities and was wounded in the attack. Well, I heard 2 different stories. I heard that they got one guy, that they arrested him, and then I heard a different story that they killed him on the site. So I don't even know what they're even going by right now, but that I heard both ones. NBC News reports law enforcement officials have identified the shooter as 23-year-old Paul Anthony Ciancia, and that he was shot by law enforcement and taken into custody in critical condition. The Los Angeles Times further reported that the gunman was a TSA employee and was more than wounded, but killed by authorities. Conflicting news reports swirled around the shooting since it began. Later reports from Fox News say Ciancia is hospitalized, but the FBI has not been able to interview him yet due to his wounds. Ciancia's father told Pennsville, New Jersey Police Chief Alan Cummings early Friday afternoon that Ciancia had mentioned taking his own life in a text message to his younger brother. Fox News affiliate WTXF reported the family lives in Pennsville and Paul Ciancia resides in Los Angeles. Cummings had notified the Los Angeles Police Department of the suicide threat, and LAPD officers went to check on the young man at his Los Angeles residence. Ciancia was not home at the time, and his roommates told the officers that he had seemed like when they last saw him Oh, that he seemed fine. That he had seemed fine when they last saw him. Sorry. The LAPD had planned to return to the residence when Ciancia was scheduled to return from work, but 45 minutes after their visit, the shooting at LAX occurred. Okay, so he went to work first? What's the point of that? I'm not... I don't mean to make light of that, but that's just kind of weird. In his January article, Jones speculated the mass shooting scenario training for TSA agents may have been routine, prompted by credible intelligence on a potential attack, or even preparation for a deliberate, staged attack. Well, if it was organic and this guy was really stressed out after work, it just goes to show, man, all your work and all that. Man, I guess that could really stress you out. Good thing we have Jesus. Let's see. Considering the full range of possible reasons for the alleged TSA training, it would be hard to say whether the agency actually accepts a checkpoint shooting, Jones reported. Jones quoted Michigan Attorney Kurt Haskell, a 2012 Democratic congressional candidate who made national news after claiming he had seen a man help the 2009 Christmas Day underwear bomber board the flight from Amsterdam to Detroit without a passport. Haskell is convinced a federal agent actually gave the bomber a defective bomb to carry on the plane in order to intentionally create an incident that would cause the government to install full body scanners at airports nationwide. So they wanted to install full body scanners at airports nationwide, and that's why they did all that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, that's crazy, you know, like, if that's the first time you ever thought about it. Sometimes, you know, it even slips my mind once in a while that I've been told this, and it's like, yeah, you know, like, they've been doing that. It's not even like one thing that happened. There have been so many different things throughout history that show you that they, you know, it's kind of like when you look at a document and it has, like, it's all blacked out and it says, like, top secret or something. I mean, what do you think they're blacking out? The fact that they, I think, do this stuff to themselves, or us. Them doing it to the people. But, and let's see, so where was I? In January, Haskell told Jones he feared the TSA's training might have been in preparation for another staged attack. As a first-hand eyewitness to a proven false flag attack, I know that the government does stage fake attacks to further governmental policy, Haskell said. An airport is the perfect setting to stage their play. If you guys ever seen that Denver airport mural, man, that is creepy. They have like this gigantic mural inside of the Detroit airport where it's just people dying and like people with like that look like soldiers with like gas masks and swords running around. It's kind of creepy. It's like, you know, like, what are they doing there? Like, is their plan really that big? Well, it would seem foolish to think about these things, man, but, you know, it's quite possible that government is that out of their mind and out of control, like cartoon level, ridiculous. Yes, possible. In January, Jones speculated a mass shooting at a TSA checkpoint would not only be a tragedy but for the families of those passengers and TSA workers killed, but would likely lead to even more calls for gun control measures, as well as discussions of arming TSA workers, propositions that would likely face stiff resistance. Well, yeah, that would. Though TSA officers wear badges and law enforcement-style uniforms, they are not sworn law enforcement officers. Well, yeah. And do not carry firearms like everyone else at airports around the country. They count on airport they count on airport police for armed protection. President Barack Obama was briefed on the shooting, the White House said in a statement. A video report of the shooting can be seen below if you want to go, wd.com. Did TSA know LAX Attack Coming? If you guys are like listeners to Alex Jones, like I like frequently am, you guys know that he's already calling this a false flag, and he's already hardcore. He means it, you know. And I'm just, you know, from all of the types of opportunistic, you know, opportunities, I guess you could say, of what you could see from this occurring. Yeah, you could see that this would very likely help them in their schemes and their agendas. You could very well see that they can use this for their behalf and what they want to achieve. So I don't know, you guys, just be you know, encouraged out there to know the truth and to stand for it, because the more it gets crazy, the more you're gonna have to be, standing for it. So stand for it now, and peace out.